Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today it is Thursday, the 13th day of the month of November, which is the month of 9, but it's actually the 11th month, and the moon is a waning crescent, but it's a big waning crescent. And there's a comet, and there's auroras that I keep missing, and now the sky is blue. But anyway, and the snow melted. But that's because it rained. But there we are. So I'm here with the Elder Futhark on bone, which is we think it's the bone of a bovid. And let's see what message wants to come through today. Doopy-doo. Let's see what message wants to come through today. And this is a message for whenever you find this video. And for whoever this message is for, you could be watching this and maybe it doesn't resonate with you. That one looks like a tooth. Then just assume that it's not for you right now. But yeah, it's for whenever you find this video. It might not be the date that I gave you and the moon that I gave you and the weather that I gave you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you and all of those you love are doing well. Okay, so the message that wanted to come through today. Our central issue is Laguz reversed. Laguz is the rune of the water. It's emotion, intuition, heart, and flow. It is reversed. So there's a few things I'm going to read this as. One, you may feel like things are not flowing forward the way that you want them to. There may be unpleasant emotions surging up as a result of this, or else feelings of numbness. That's feelings of numbness, like a picture of wind. It's feelings of numbness, of like not being able to connect with your feelings. Maybe feeling like your heart is not in what you're doing. But you also may be actively at this point turning inward to try to seek and re-access your heart, your emotions, your intuition. Dreams may be coming to you with messages right now, if you remember your dreams in general. Leading up to this, we have the blank rune. The blank rune has to do with uncharted ground, basically. Things have been a bit misty because you haven't had, you really haven't been able to see any track of how you were supposed to be going. There is always implied in the blank rune is connection to the divine, because this is where whatever the divine is for you, because this is where you want to connect out with something that's greater than you are, but to which you are inextricably connected. So there's that sense of you've just come through a period of time that was just really strange and blank, as far as you didn't have a map for it, you didn't have a procedure for it, you didn't have a context for it, and you've come through that, and now you're feeling like the way forward isn't flowing the way that you would like it to be, but also emotions may be surging or feeling absent, and you want to be turning inward and reconnecting with heart, reconnecting with intuition, and reestablishing at least an inner flow, which is there, just like basically just reconnecting with your inner river, so to speak. What is helping you? We have Isa and we have Fehu reversed. So in this moment where you're trying to reconnect with all of this, reconnect with your inner river, being still, first of all, will help you the most. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. Ice is the rune of standstill, and stillness is the stillness through which clarity comes. So you just want to basically give yourself some stillness. Give yourself some stillness so that you can allow that clarity to start coming in. And it's the same sort of thing as this. It's basically what you've been doing is, I'm looking for the inner river. You can't really find that in a crowd of people, or, in a lot of, bustle. Not as easily. So you want to give yourself some stillness, and that's going to help you connect with, let the clarity to come through and to connect with all these things you're trying to connect with. What's going to help with that is just, first of all, connect with your confidence, basically. We have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the root of wealth and worth. This has to do with cattle, so it's the wealth that you tend. It's the stuff that is in your life that whenever you take care of it, gives your life wealth and worth. We are reversed, though, and reversals on the upper line generally mean inner. So, I suppose outwardly you could just say this is not something you can buy, but you are going to want to turn and basically just remember your worth, your inner value, your confidence, your self-esteem. And this is just remember that this is all worthy. And also you are looking for the inner worth. You're literally looking for your inner worth. So to keep that focus on what within you, as long as you take care of it, gives your life richness and a sense of worth. And then that's going to help you give yourself more stillness to allow more of that clarity to come through, to connect you with deep inner heart, and also your intuition, and I guess surf negative emotions, but basically to reconnect with your emotions. What isn't going to help? We have dagas and we have hagalas. Yeah. Because you've just come through a really weird area, like a space of life path, and you're like, what the heck was that? And you still feel like everything is coming at you, and you still feel like things are out of your control. So dagas is the breaking of the day. This is like the dawn, but in the lower line it generally means overwhelm, and it's like everything coming at you at once. And so you are either worried about that, or you're still feeling that, or you're still sort of braced against that because that's what you feel like you've just come through. And at the same time, what's behind that is the fact that you feel like you have no control over it. You feel like it's completely out of your control. We have hagalas, which is during the hailstorm. This is chaos, things that are out of your control, weather, nature, things that you can't control. And it's wildness, and it's just crazy, and it's like frightening because it can be damaging if you're not very careful. And it's all coming from this space of life path that you've just come through. So this is what's going to drag you down if you let it. But as I've said before, the way I read is, and if you've never been here before, this is your path through the problem, question, or concern. This is what helps, and this is what doesn't. And these tend to be opposites, and this is always the antidote to this. So in this case, if you feel like things are all coming at you at once, more than ever, this is why you want to have some stillness. You want to make sure you give yourself some time and some space to just be still, because that's going to help the clarity come through. If you feel like things are completely out of your control and winging around and being a problem, what helps you is just reconnecting to your inner worth and remembering your worth, and that you are worthy, and that you can reconnect with your confidence and your self-esteem. And it's like, this is what I can control. Things outside are out of my control. But honestly, one of the ways I often read Hagalas when it shows up on the upper line is that you are also a force of nature. And this is basically a reminder, just to overcome that. You also have worth, and you also have, just as much worth as everything that's flying at you. So just remember your confidence, and that will help you to slow down and give yourself some time to be still, which will allow the clarity to come through, which will allow you to do that connection that you're pushing towards, or that you're desperately needing. What this will all lead you to is a greater sense of independence and being able to stand up for yourself and to support yourself and to protect yourself. So we have Algiz, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose, and this has to do with protection and support. It is reversed on the path line, and so this is inner. So you are going to be definitely able to move forward from this point once you've made this connection, feeling much more self-supportive, and as though you're able to protect yourself much better, even if you happen to stumble across another step on your path that has no map to it. So that is the message that wanted to come through today. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.